Hello everybody and welcome to episode 43 of the Trophy Tour. This episode was meant to be after the first 5 games of the season to see whether or not I kept my job, but because of my internet issues after moving house I have no other alternative but to give you a special Livecom instead for whenever I can possibly upload it. And when you're seeing this video, it'll be a long time after I recorded. Today is the 23rd of August, so I don't know when I'm going to get it uploaded, but you can see we're now well into the season, and I'm going to play a crucial Livecom against Bayer Leverkusen, as we've now played 10 league games and we've won 6 and lost 4 with no draws. So a loss today would be devastating, as it would be our 5th, and it would let Leverkusen at the very least get through, and we'll be sucked into that midfield battle, which is the last thing we need. We were beaten comfortably at the Bay Arena 2-0 last season, so I hope to improve on that. But for people who didn't see my tweet, this is how I saved my job with the 6 wins. It was a dreadful start. We were beaten by the team who are now bottom of the league, Hanover 96, absolutely totally outclassed, but we thankfully turned it around with wins against Nuremberg, Freiburg, Stuttgart and 1860 Munich. So that saved my job and that put us top of the league, but unfortunately Schalke decided let's spoil the party and make my life a little bit harder again. But Ryan Shawcross was sent off in a difficult game, but we defeated St. Pauli by 2-0 in a German Cup game, which was grand. Gladbach unfortunately beat us as well, so we didn't really build on that. And then Eder helped us win against Dresden with his first goal of the season. It was a narrow 2-1 win, but we'll take that. And a thrilling game against Hertha Berlin, probably one of the weirdest you're ever going to see. We won it 3-2 despite utterly dominating from beginning to end, but both of their shots, including a penalty, were goals, so that was extremely frustrating. But Sousa scored a brilliant header straight away to help us defeat the 9 men of Hertha Berlin, so thank God for that. Would have been an embarrassing result not to have won there, but unfortunately Hoffenheim have also beaten us. Just the one goal from Sousa gave us the the loss there, so we'll now have to try and defeat Leverkusen before we play promoted Werder Bremen, Frankfurt, and the double against Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund, as well as Bayern Munich in the German Cup. So it's not going to be any easier now that I've kept my job. The club overview, the confidence I meant, I'm now back to stable with 53%, but I have to keep in my position in the league for the time being, and we'll just have to keep our fingers crossed. We'll now head into the game. I'll just check the team I picked is in order. Yeah, this is what I want to play, isn't it? Yeah, I think, yeah. Okay, we'll submit this team. So, yes, thankfully I did survive. I haven't been under managerial pressure like that in a while now, but to have survived meant a lot. But I'm going to take a gamble by playing Kai Wisniewski up front instead of Eder, who just for whatever reason can't seem to score goals. If I remember at the end of this Livecom, I'll look at their player stats. But the ones I will mention that have done well, well, the goalkeepers, I don't know which one to choose half the time, because Leclerc and what's his name, Gersbeck. Kraus had a great season, Schmid's had a great season, as has Sousa, because Yale Diaz have been injured again and again and again, and if it wasn't for Sousa I'd be really struggling there. Kramer's had a good season, Smeltzer, even though he's not playing today, has done well, and Shawcross and Vestergaard not as good as they've been last season, but I'm very grateful that they can both play together for the first time at an crucial stage, because Vestergaard's had some bad injuries. I think we'll have to give our fans a decent performance. We did beat Leverkusen at home last season in one of our rare purple patches, but today is all about getting the result. Whether or not it's a draw or win, I don't really mind, as long as we don't lose. That's all I care about. So Kai Wisniewski up top, and hopefully he can grab us some valuable goals as we take on Bayer Leverkusen in a 4th versus 5th clash of the European League or the European forget it, continental football next season. We both have that ambition in mind, and we'll hope to make our dreams come true at last. Here's Jonathan Schmid, Martinez back to Schmid, and the Argentinian on the ball for the second time in a row. Vestergaard and Martinez, Kramer, Pabor making his first start of the season. Here's Schmid. He probably should have passed, but he loves scoring his goals, and I won't really criticise him for having a try in the first minute of the game. Timo Werner cut offside. Seems to be no highlights at the minute. Here's Pabor to Kraus. A lovely ball. Kwizanowski charged down very quickly, and Leclerc picks up the ball. He's been okay, the goalkeeper from France, but he's not quite been a regular starter because he's made a fair few mistakes. Here's Werner, Campos, Werner. Oh no, Joe Anderson. How did that go in? It's a very well placed header, but a devastating outcome there. It's a poor goal to concede, and now Leverkusen all hands on deck. They're starting to get into the game. Henrique, he's been injured himself, so we'll have to sort that out. We'll hit early crosses. Leclerc, oh, he's really made a mistake there. Joe Anderson. I can't really explain that. That is dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. A simple pass, and Werner is again on the he's on the praises of Leverkusen. It's a terrible mistake from the goalkeeper, and my explanation has come true. Very, very poor, and that'll easily put us down to 5th, where we're in severe danger of losing positions, and that's terrible. It's Hoffman to Toprak, Bayer, and Hoffman to Campos, and Werner's away. Werner goes alone when he should have probably taken the pass option this time. We are in deep trouble. We have to get much deeper, much deeper now. Come on, this is ridiculous. It's a very poor performance. Here's Kloip, Sung Hyung Min, Joe Anderson, just wide. It's all Leverkusen now. Extremely disappointing, it must be said. No one wants to get into the game. This is why we just cannot get a run of results going. We have to improve this team yet again in the winter, but I don't know how I'm going to do that. Here's Ron Shawcross, and the man from England just cannot score. Martinez, Kramer, back to Martinez, Schmid, Kraus couldn't get there, and another poor ball. This is looking extremely concerning. And Hoffman, what can he do? It's Kloep and Hoffman. Oh, Shawcross very slow on his feet. Joe Anderson has the pace, and he finds Timo Werner. My life. Oh, things aren't going my way whatsoever. Absolutely appalling. And Josie Altidore, he scored against me in that win for Hoffenheim, and now he scored again, which is absolutely bloody typical. And we'll have to get into half time, try and consolidate our position. It's just absolutely shocking. Kramer gives away a cheap foul, and he's booked for that, and fairly, yeah, it was totally justified. But I'm all out of words now. Bayer, he's out wide yet again. Could he get an unlikely 4th? No, it's Joe Anderson over. Everybody has played extremely badly, and we have a lot of work to do. 3-0 down, and one of the toughest places to go. We have no chance in hell unless something dramatic happens. Bloody typical, isn't it? Absolutely shocking. So Jonathan Schmid switched off. I have to give him personal stick, and it doesn't reverberate to him whatsoever. Right, we'll just try and keep him happy. I have faith, but I think Adair will have to come on in the second half. Yeah, it's just ridiculous now. I always pick the crap games, don't I? Ah, well. It looks like it's a battle for Europa League football instead of the Champions League, which would have been unreal, but Leverkusen have swapped positions with us, yeah, verily, which is very, very disappointing. See, we're just not like Bayern Munich and the other big teams. We don't have a typical goal scorer who's guaranteed a goal a game. Here's Wisniewski. Oh, good save by Leno. It was a fabulous effort from the goalkeeper, and he kept out Wisniewski, who's still learning, but he has to play if he's going to make the next level here at Wolfsburg. And now we're going to bring on Grunland for Schmid, and Eder can play for Wisniewski. And that's pretty much all the changes I'm going to make for now. I'll play we'll play Alan Ruiz shortly, but I don't know where and who I'll take off. But yeah, this is extremely disappointing. I'm absolutely furious, but yeah, we just have to keep going. Schalke down to second place unless they can do something. We'll check these results. Hoffman injured, one of the opposition players. Werner absolutely got the world at his feet, and Barbosa goes wide. Schalke 3-0 down. That's why they won't be leading the league tonight. And here's Leclerc, who'll be getting drops again because we just cannot seem to keep him happy. Oh my goodness me, Ryan Shawcross was dispossessed, and with an open goal, Leverkusen's player failed to score. Now that is disappointing from their point of view. Steven Cocker for Bayern Munich, would you believe? Oh, fuck's sake. Fuck this game. Let's just bloody move on now. Come on. Not even any effort to change the fucking result. Absolute joke. Fucking hell. Right, we'll play Alan Ruiz for Sousa. We'll put him there, I suppose. No, I'll put him there for one. We'll put Eder here, and Kraus is shadow striker. Yeah, I just can't be arsed now. I'll try and finish the game as quick as I can, but yeah, bloody typical. It's not what I needed, to be honest. So we're just too vulnerable against these teams. We've conceded 18 fucking goals. Not on. It's absolutely not on. Fed up of it. Sousa, his last few actions of the game, and Eder can only go backwards. Back to Sousa. He's doing well. Eder! At last, a goal. 3 more, lads. 3 more, and we'll recover from this humiliation. But whether or not we can is another story. Good effort from Sousa, getting another assist. Eder would have been, he would have been sold if he missed that chance, to be honest. But we're just going to wear this game out, forget about it, and hopefully we don't concede again. Not looking. Nah, come on, where's the closing down? Leclerc saves. But right. Yeah, thank God this game's going to be over now. Last chance of the game. Cleared. Oh, goodness me, that could have been a goal. And as soon as the ball's kicked, it's all over. Another shocking defeat. What do I have to do to get these players going? It's either good or it's bad. Like, we're losing away from home every single time. My tactic just not working, and any other tactic probably wouldn't work either. But I'm not happy, and there's work ahead to be done. At least Eder got a goal that could get him back in the starting lineup. But 4 shots and 2 on target is very poor against a 4-4-2 formation. Like, it should be easy to get a win against a bloody 4-4-2 formation, but not to be when you're as good as Bayer Leverkusen. And that'll conclude the episode today, guys. I know I'll show you those stats in just a moment now, but you can turn off the episode if you don't want to see the stats. That's not a problem. But if you do, then just stay tuned just for a little while longer as the game loads back to the main menu. So now it looks like another midfield battle, and we were doing so well for so long, but now we're really in the depths of despair with these conceded goals, more than double of the other teams in and around us. We'll look at it again one more time. There you go, it's a +2 goal difference when everyone else is miles ahead. 18 goals. That is extremely poor, nearly the worst in the league there. So the fact that we're 5th says a lot, but if we can improve against Werder Bremen, who are only just promoted, it'll be okay, but a long way to go. But let's just take a look at our stats very quickly. Selection info. The most appearances: Sousa, Treibel, Schmid, Klammer and Schmelzer all have double figures. The top scorers: Schmid with 5, Kraus, Sousa, Eder and Avila have more than 1. And the average rating: Johnson, Schmid, Sergio Antonio, he's been a great signing actually, I forgot about him, he's just come back from injury. Tom Treibel, Andreas Kraus and Marius Gerschbeck have all done well this season, so good for them. But that's the definite end of the episode, guys. I'll be playing more as the game progresses, but or playing more off camera, but I'll really have to leave it there for now. I'll speak to you again very soon. Bye for now. And Henrique injured again.